Hi Katie, it's Colin. I just taking a look. What I did is I downloaded a copy of your site, opened it up in CS6 so I could take a look and see, and I think I may have the thought or the answer. My thought is a lot of this page, or much of this page, where you see the yellow, that's actually a library component, something that's being loaded in from over here. So I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the page. Anyways, I'll show you sort of in the browser, then in the library file where you go to edit. Because a lot of these things are in this particular page are loaded in through library assets, or what we call LBI pages right here. Right, those are the Dreamweaver library assets. I use a lot of these in this design because the assets are typically animated things or JavaScript and pictures, and it's easier to actually edit in a library asset or a library page versus in the page itself. But let me just quickly take you through. Where you see the yellow, I'm just going to switch this over to, I'm going to hide all my visual aids here because they drive me nuts. The yellow sort of drives me nuts. But once you do that, then things start to clear up a little bit. Okay, then when you scroll down, the editable pieces that you would actually change in this page, pretty much, I just want to show you, start right about here. Welcome to our new website. So this whole section here, let's just preview this in the page right here. So let me get this to fit, and then what I say will probably make a little bit more sense. Okay, so this fella here, there we go. Okay, so pretty much everything up in the top section up here, the website name, tagline, the menu buttons, and the image component, that's the full page, as well as the social icons, all those are things you would edit through library assets because like here, for example, see how they sort of animate back and forth. Of course, the text in here, and then the website name and all this, because they're also global assets, things used on every page. Anyways, long story short, for the shared, so the website name is right here, the menu top button's right here, the tagline right here. So that would be the website name, the tagline, and the menu buttons, right? And the tutorials, I have other video tutorials that will take you through that, right? And then the slider is the full screen slider right here. So if you actually open up that library page, there's all the text right there. The main text, the little piece of the secondary piece of text, right, and the third piece, right. You can see how it's all sort of separated by the dotted lines here. The first, second, and third bit of information for each slide. For the pictures, sorry, just flip it over to code and then change the image name right there for the image that you want to load in, and make sure your pictures just go into the images folder right here. Change the picture you want to show up right there, and that'll take care of pretty much the top of the page. And then there's the social icons, right? So that's all this stuff in the view right now. The slider, menu bar, name, and then we go down here. These social icons right here are changed right here, and it's a this is the Font Awesome social icon. So you just flip it into code view once again, and then you can change the icon name right here that you want to show up. And of course, you can change the link right here and add as many more as you want to by copying and pasting or removing the links you don't want. But key to the home page here, the one that's going to be, there we go, is once you get past that top bit right there down into where it says welcome to our new website, now there's some text you can edit in the page just like normal text, that section there. Then we have the navigation carousel. So let's just take a look here. We scroll on down. This is an editable region within the page itself. You should be able to edit all this text in this welcome to a new website right in Dreamweaver itself. Then we get to this navigation carousel right here. Now this puppy here, I'll take you to directly where it is. It's also a library asset because of the back and forth, the boxes that go back and forth and whatnot. And to edit those, you're not going to see them in the page itself. You can edit the text right here, of course, manually, but the actual component is the info box carousel. And we just open that library file up, and there's our image, there's our text and our description right there, our picture, text and description. So you can use this library asset to update those three different pieces of each box and quickly make some changes fairly quickly without getting right. Back to our page here. Then we go down, we have another regular section. So in our browser, we get past this. This is just a regular HTML section right here. This is another regular HTML section right here. Then we get into this is another component right here, another library asset because of the three images here in the background that transform, right? And that's going to be in the parallax section right here. We can open that up, and there's our pictures up at the top. You can change those out as normal, and there's all the text that you would change. So whatever it says over here on this side of the page is going to be represented with this text right here, and you can just change that word for word there. Right, now back to our home page. After this section here, we have the Bootstrap quotes, and that piece of information right here, this component right here, is yet again a library asset. There it is, the Bootstrap quotes. You would open that up. There they are. In the home page, I think you can change the title in that first paragraph. There's our thing there. Yeah, so there's their title right there, and yeah. Oh, and that paragraph there that we've tucked in there. You can get rid of that information if you don't need it there. Now the image navigation next. Once again, there's just a little bit of information you're going to see in the page here. But all this here, if you sort of hover over it, you get this circle with a line through it. That tells you that, or in your case, if you haven't flipped the visual aids off, right, it should show up as yellow. There we go. That big yellow blotchy thing right here. That is the navigation carousel. Oh, sorry, full screen portfolio links. Right there, you open that up, and then there's all the pictures, the title, the description, and all that. And the video online will take you through the details of how to update it. I'm just trying to go through each thing in the page, in the Home 2 page itself, as to what you would actually change in the page and what you would change through a library asset. And then we get down to the contact section. That is yet again another. I think it's the contact map. And you can tell because if I click on the yellow bit right here, see where I get the circle and the slash? If I click on any yellow bit, I should see like an live item. And if I hover over it down below, it actually tells me what I'm supposed to be updating. In this case, I've clicked up top, and that's telling me it's the full screen portfolio. As a matter of fact, you could even right click and open library item, and that'll tell you not only which library item it is, but you can also do the editing. And you see the full screen portfolio links, how it opened up right away. So I'm on my home page. My mouse is hovering over with that circle and slash over a piece of yellow. If I right click on that, and sometimes it gets a little tricky, sometimes you have to, find this proper piece of yellow to hover over, I know, but you can just open library item directly, and Dreamweaver will go and open that library page for you so you can do your changes, right? So as with everything Dreamweaver, there's 10 different ways to accomplish the same thing. So my tutorials just sort of touch base with the basics here, but if I click on here and I hover down below, it tells me it's the library component contact map LBI. So that's the fastest, the easiest way to figure out what you're editing. And when you get used to working with the library assets in these templates, you'll just get used to right-clicking, open library item, and boom, it's going to open up the library page, and you can start making your changes right away, however you want to do that. Anyways, I wanted to give you a little tour because if you're going to be using this page for a lot of things, it is chock full of goodies, but a lot of those goodies are loaded in from the library folder here, from either the components or the shared or the sliders. And like I said, the reason for that is just to when you edit something through a library asset, there's no style sheet attached, so you're just editing text or a picture, and it just kind of keeps the clutter out of the view and makes things a little easier. Also, you can use the picture property tool by double clicking on an image, or sorry, the select image tool. By double clicking on an image in a library asset, this pops up here, and you can just go and select your new picture, and then that's it. Bob's your uncle. You've just now changed your picture right away without any hassle.